What I'll be trying to do over the next 600 seconds with you is trying to illustrate through some of the key interfaces of our Lucid text mining platform how semantic technology can help you do essentially two things. The first thing is to quantify a series of metrics that can then be measured. And the second aspect of it is to perform discovery operations to help you understand your market, your applications, your customers, and competitors. So these are the two aspects, quantitative on one side and qualitative on the other. Before I start, I'd like to point out that this will be a very short interaction, but both Eric Brigand, my CEO present in the room, and myself would be happy to engage with you in a longer conversation. So if you find this provocative enough, feel free to come up and ask your questions or email us, go on our website. We'll be happy to follow up with you.
Looks it. He hasn't shown anything yet. It's got a minute. Okay, so what do these guys do?
So before we go into the full-fledged view that you saw previously, I'd like to show you a couple of query interfaces which are within the tool. Typically, our application will process bulk content and extract a lot of knowledge from that content. So some of the key aspects of this can be seen within these interfaces. You can see that off the shelf we have sentiment extraction capability. That extraction capability can then be linked to your own universe and your own way of seeing your universe. What I mean by that is you may notice here names of devices, features of those devices, manufacturers, operating systems. This is a demo which is based on the universe of cell phones. So you'll see an example which is built specifically within that universe. We can link sentiment to a given device or a given brand or a feature of either that brand or that device. So specifically that's what I'll be showing you in the next few slides. So here what you see is a dashboard which contains quite a lot of information which is extracted from the corpus. I'll give you a brief overview of the entire dashboard here. And I'll go from the more mundane to the more specific. By mundane, I mean quantifying metrics and then tracking them over time. So what you see here in the left window is comments regarding the G1 device from HTC, and they are plotted according to, are they related to a positive notion regarding that device or a negative one? We can see that the positive here is outweighing the negative across time, except perhaps for January or December 2009, which seems to be an exception. So that's a first benefit of semantic technology, transform unstructured content into measurable data that can then be managed. On the right side, you can see a comparison between the G1 comments and comments about the iPhone, and you can see that the iPhone, obviously, in terms of volume, is outweighing the G1 in the corpus of interest by a factor of about 5. So five times more comments about the iPhone compared with the G1. That's the type of information that can also be used to measure the effectiveness of your communication. Are you able to position yourself face to the iPhone in this specific case? And what should you be doing to improve that gap, perhaps? So that's the first series of indicators which are purely quantitative. And I think part of our message, I'll skip the part where we talk about influencers, but I think a key part of our message is that you can go well beyond the quantitative aspects of this, and you can go into qualitative aspects which help you better understand the dynamics at play within your market. So some of the dynamics that you can focus on are typically customer expectations. What do customers talk about? What do they like or dislike about your device, your product, your brand, or perhaps your competitors' brands? And what does that say about what you might need to do to better position in the market? So I think that this second level promise of semantic technology is not so much related to tracking and monitoring things that you want to quantify, but rather to better understand your market and to effectively position yourself within that market. Here, what we can see on the left side is a cross-analysis between sentiment as expressed in the corpus, wow, that went fast, and different feature areas, and we can also plot that So I'll briefly show you that on the right side.
Briefly better be like 15 seconds.
Okay, so per, per feature category, we can graph the information and show you, what specifically is being said about the different aspects of the product. So thank you for your attention and talk to you soon.